And now they wonder what's gonna happen next. I bought a 40 for the ride, I'm swerving lanes when I'm drunk as shit. I hit them up when I'm drinking so we can talk about it. I tell them how I feel and they forget about me. Like they know how it feels to be forgot about, forget about my past. It's me, SimbaTv. Bang! What is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Simba coming back here again with another reaction video for you guys today. For today's reaction video, we got MMA fighters that taunted / showboated and got knocked out. Let's jump up in it, man.
Everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Fight Focus. And for today's video, we will be covering MMA fighters that showboated and got knocked out. Also, if you enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment what video you want to see next. Let's get to it. We all know, a lot of fights can sometimes be boring despite the hype that came with it. We all love to see fighters showing respect to one another during the build-up of a fight, or even sometimes during it, but that doesn't always get the audience excited. Sometimes fighters like to spice up the fight by taunting their opponents in hopes that they get the bonus by knocking them out. But it can be kind of embarrassing when you try to taunt but then end up waking up a few minutes later. For this video, we've compiled a list of instances where MMA fighters taunted and showboated their opponents but ended up getting knocked out or losing their fight. Number 12, Julian Wallace. Okay, we all love this one.
Oh man, I seen this one.
Julian Wallace was filmed with the championship belt draped across his shoulder as he pushed and shoved MMA fighter Ben Nguyen ahead of their highly anticipated fight. Footage would then show the fight the next day, which saw Wallace slumped in the corner after just 20 seconds following a rain of punches from Nguyen. To add more to it, here's him getting knocked out in training. But looking tough and taunting.
He said to add more to it, here's him getting knocked out in training, and he got dropped.
Punches from Nguyen. To add more to it, here's him getting knocked out in training. But looking tough and taunting didn't really help him in this fight. Number 11, Drunk Uncle. A cocky MMA fighter, or whatever you want to call him, was knocked out cold by his opponent after goading him and showboating in the ring.
Keep your hands up, man.
Just because Nick Diaz does it doesn't mean everybody else should. Appearing confident, the fighter opened his arms out and invited the other man to hit him hard in the face, and it just took a few seconds before his opponent accepted the challenge and punched him square on the jaw. Number 10, Dillashaw Zaripov.
Keep your hands up,
fighter's
man.
plan to goad his opponent backfired when he got knocked out with the very next punch.
Come on. Yeah. There's a left hand. There's another left hand.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Zaripov was getting caught and decided to drop his hands and taunt Kuratolo. Kuratolo needed no second invitation to throw more heavy leather at Zaripov. He threw a lead shot that was more akin to a distance measuring feint, but before following it up with an incredible hammer of a right hand. That follow-up blow was so powerful, it left Zaripov flat on his back in a vulnerable position, and that was all it took to instigate the referee stoppage. Number 9, Eric Silva. Afterwards, even Eric himself admitted this was a pretty bad idea.
As well, right back up, Silva trying to engage. Oh, look at that. Wow. Touch of gloves, kind of. And he faked him out with a left hook to the body.
Silva grinned and stuck his arm out for a fist bump. As Talib accepted the gesture, Silva hit him with the left hook. What happened next was the first sign that there may be some justice in the world, especially a little thing we like to hear in the MMA world, karma. A few minutes later, Talib grabbed the teeth kick by Silva and blasted him in the face with the
Nah, yeah, he deserved that, bro. That's like bullshit. You don't do that, bro. That's like, to me, that's like sucker punching. Like, you just snuck a hit in. Because obviously he's going to be like, okay, yeah, let's tap gloves. And then you going to hit him? That's a sucker punch. You're a sucker. Come on, man.
Chopping right hand. Silva turned and face planted like he got shot as Herb Dean rushed in to save him. Number 8, James McSweeney. Big Country definitely showed who was the better fighter after he shut down James's showboating.
McSweeney started showboating a little bit, popping his chin out there saying hit me, and Roy did.
James really wanted to land that right hand all night, but had little to no luck. This would all end when both fighters would break apart and meet in the middle, where Roy would tag James with a straight left. Roy would later get James in the crucifix as Steve Matsugati for once stopped the fight at the right time. Number 7, Michael Page. This is one of the more satisfying defeats ever seen.
An opportunity to advance to the final of the $1 million welterweight.
Not quite at 100%.
But in the night's defining shot, Lima timed a perfect leg kick on one of Page's patented lunges, sending him completely off balance and right to the eventual path of a beautiful shovel hook, one that put out the highly touted striker's lights. With this loss, Page crashed out of the Bellator welterweight Grand Prix and suffered the first loss of his pro career to date. Number 6, Jonathan Ivey.
No headbutting, no groin attack, no back attack.
This is going to be a 3.
Out of range of those right straight hands from Ivey, and lands a big straight hand.
The American showman refused to look at his opponent during their face-off in the ring, instead making funny faces at the camera. He screamed in his face before beginning the fight by performing the praying mantis. The crowd loved it, although not quite as much as they loved watching Ivey get his shit rocked on his backside by a huge right hook from Sato. Number 5, Matt Wiman. Onto one of the cooler flying knees ever seen.
He was willing to stand up and let Wiman back up. I think he wants to continue to open this up.
Good combination.
A right hand stunned Wiman, and attempting to show he was okay, the newcomer waved a wagging finger at Fisher, who responded by leaping at him with a flying knee, knocking him senseless. It was one of the best knockouts of 2006, and it turned Fisher into a man to watch at 155 pounds, and stood as one of the UFC's best flying knee KOs over a decade later. Number 4, Rafael Natal. Natal's antics are what made this way sweeter.
Natal showing some nice movement now. Very nice.
Natal, who frequently switched stances and varied his attacks to confuse his opponent, but his defense was sorely lacking, and Craig took full advantage with another high kick. The shot slammed into Natal's jaw and sent him crashing to the mat. A few overhead punches were academic, as referee Marcos Rosales called off the bout at the 4-minute and 52-second mark of the second frame. Number 3, James Thompson. Just because Khamzat yells before his fights doesn't mean everyone else has to.
Facts.
Thompson is 25. He's on fire, and this is a slugfest.
Oh my goodness!
And Thompson is rocked by Emelianenko. And rocked big time.
The fight started as James would full-on sprint towards Alexander's direction, which would actually drop Alexander. James thought he smelled blood, so he came in to try and get the finish, but Alexander got up to his feet and started trading back, and was actually able to drop James and put him away a few seconds later. Number 2, Bruce Martin. This one is kind of funny because Martin was pretty much doing the same motions as Sean O'Malley, but without the same results.
At the time there to throw a little message into the crowd, put his hands up, they're back on the feet.
Oh!
Oh my goodness! A flying knee from Jaskovic. This fight is over.
With 2 minutes left in the round, Martin and Conrad would end up on the ground after a takedown attempt. After Martin would make his way up, he would taunt Conrad yet again, but would end up paying the price. This knee was deadly because the second it made impact, it had Martin on his back and had him out for the count. It seems these days, fighters usually get knocked out cold against a guy who has a unique haircut. Number 1, Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal flashed a smile and dropped his hands towards Kamaru Usman after the welterweight champion grazed him with the right hand. Seconds later, Masvidal wasn't laughing at all.
Yeah, one of the most brutal knockouts I've seen recently, bro. He legit knocked the taste out of this man's mouth. He knocked the taste. I'm talking about spit, sweat, just his soul left his body.
After Usman's fist would cause all of that baptism water to fly all over the octagon, Masvidal woke up with both fighters giving each other that respect. And that right there concludes this video. If you made it this...
I'm surprised Anderson Silva wasn't on here, because that was one of the craziest ones that I seen. I remember I thought he was like, you know, unstoppable. But But I thought he would be on here. I'm surprised he's not, man. But if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.